Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. From paradise to perspective, how strangers' smiles brought Jonathan Johnson back to earth after BIP. We've all seen the dazzling highlights, the dramatic roses, the sun-drenched beaches of Bachelor in Paradise. It's a world that, for a few blissful weeks, feels like a dream. But what happens when the cameras stop rolling, the tans fade, and you're back to reality? A reality that suddenly feels different. For Jonathan Johnson, a familiar face from the most recent season, the transition wasn't just different, it was jarring. And his journey back to himself involved something beautifully simple, yet profoundly impactful: taking photos with strangers. Coming off BIP, Jonathan shared with me, his voice still holding a hint of the reflective calm he's clearly found. It's like you're living in this hyper reality. Everything is amplified. Your emotions, your connections, even the smallest things feel monumental. Then, poof, it's over. And you're just you. But you're not just you anymore. You're the you who was on TV. And that messes with your head. It's a sentiment many former reality stars echo. The bubble of production, the constant focus on your narrative, the intense emotional roller coasters. It's a lot to process. Jonathan admitted to feeling a sense of disconnect, a subtle drift from the grounding normalcy of everyday life. He found himself overthinking everything, analyzing interactions, wondering what people were really thinking. It was exhausting. This isn't about complaining, not for a second. Jonathan is deeply grateful for the experience and the opportunities it brought, but he's also honest about the very human struggle that comes with it. You go from having your life curated for television to suddenly having to curate it all yourself again. And part of you, deep down, might just wonder if you're still interesting enough without the dramatic backdrop. So, what was his antidote to this post paradise haze? It wasn't therapy, though he's a huge proponent of it, a long vacation, or even a deep dive back into work. It was far more organic. It started subtly. Jonathan, a keen photographer even before his reality TV stint, found himself drawn to capturing candid moments. But instead of just snapping landscapes or street scenes, he started approaching people. Not as Jonathan from BIP, but just Jonathan, a guy with a camera and a genuine curiosity about human connection. I'd see someone with a great smile or an interesting outfit or just looking thoughtful, and I just ask, he explained, a genuine warmth spreading across his face. Hey, I love your vibe. Would you mind if I took your photo? And almost every single time, people would say yes. And that's where the magic happened. The magic wasn't just in the picture itself. It was in the brief, unscripted exchange that preceded and followed it. It was the moment a stranger's guard would drop, their eyes would light up, and a genuine connection, however fleeting, would spark. You're talking to someone who has no idea about the Jonathan from BIP persona. They just see a guy with the camera who's interested in them. And in those moments, I stopped being the guy who was analyzing his every move on a dating show. I was just Jonathan, having a real, unadulterated interaction. He recalls one particular instance in a bustling market. He spotted an elderly woman, her face etched with a lifetime of stories, meticulously arranging flowers. He approached her, offered a sincere compliment on her arrangement, and asked for a photo. Her initial hesitation melted into a radiant smile. She told me about her grandkids, about her favorite flowers, about how she'd been selling at that market for 50 years. Jonathan recounted, his voice softening. For 5 minutes, I wasn't thinking about follower counts or screen time. I was just present, listening to her story. And when I showed her the photo, her joy was infectious. It brought me to tears, honestly. These encounters became his therapy, his grounding force. Each click of the shutter wasn't just capturing an image, It was capturing a sliver of authentic human connection that pulled him back from the manufactured world he'd inhabited. It put everything into perspective, Jonathan affirmed. The show was an incredible experience, but it's just that, an experience. Real life, the messy, beautiful, unscripted moments with everyday people, that's where the true richness is. It reminded me that I don't need a rose ceremony or a dramatic confession to feel alive and connected. His photography project, which he's now sharing more of on his personal social media, isn't just about the art. It's a testament to the power of simple human interaction. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound healing comes not from grand gestures, but from looking into the eyes of a stranger, sharing a smile, and capturing a moment that truly brings you back to reality. And in Jonathan's case, back to himself.